Now let's go over how to solve a two-step equation when there's no solution. Well, what does no solution mean? We haven't really faced an equation that's had no solution before. So let's take a look at an example. We have our equation a equals a plus 25. Now notice, on the left side, we have just our variable term a, but on the right side, we have that variable term a again, but instead, this time we're adding 25 on that right side. So keep in mind while you're working that on the left side, we have a by itself, but on the right side, something else is happening to that a. So how is that going to affect our answer? Well, let's try approaching it in the same way that we've approached two-step equations when there are variable terms on both sides and only one constant term. So we have that variable term a on the left and our variable term a on the right. So those are our like terms. And we know that we have to move them over to the same side. And the most efficient way to solve these types of equations is to get the variable terms on one side and the constant terms on the opposite side. So we're going to move that right a over to the left. Now, in order to do this, we remember that our equal sign divides the two sides of our equation. So in order to move terms over, we have to do the opposite to both sides. And since that a on the right side is being added, we'll subtract a from both sides of our equation. On the right side, we have a minus a, and that's going to give us 0. But on the left side, we also have a minus a. So that's also going to give us 0 because we know a minus a is always 0. Something minus itself is 0. On the left side now, we have 0. So we're going to write that 0 down because there are no other terms left on the left side of our equation. So that 0 is what fills in our left side of our equation. We bring our equal sign down, and on the right side, since the a is canceled out, we're just left with 25. So our new equation is 0 equals 25. Now we don't have any variables left. We just have a constant, 0, equal to another constant, 25. But 0 doesn't equal 25. It's not the same constant. It's not the same number. So that statement's not true. 0 can't equal 25. So this is a little different from what we're used to seeing because usually we have a variable term and a constant term, a letter equaling a number. But in this case, since we have a constant not equal to a different constant, we have no solution. And that's our answer for this equation. And we go back to that original equation, and we know that a equal to a plus 25 kind of tells us that because a on the left was by itself, but a on the right had something else happening to it. It was being added to 25. So that kind of equation is going to give us no solution. For this type of equation, we don't have a check. Instead, we need to write a statement that has this kind of frame. We have there is blank because blank is not equal to blank. And we can fill in these sentence frames in order to explain why we have our answer. So in this case, we have there is no solution. That was our answer. There is no solution because, and our reason is 0 doesn't equal 25. We had a constant that's not equal to a different constant. So our answer is no solution, and our statement is there is no solution because 0 is not equal to 25. And that's how we can solve a two-step equation when there is no solution.